Welcome back to another segment of Patch It. I am Raul. This time around, we're going to kind of just do a wrap-up of the entire Patch It segment. I know we covered kind of a lot of ground. This is the patch that we've kind of built over the last 4 video segments. So I just kind of wanted to go back and kind of look at a couple of the things that are going on in here, and then maybe if we wanted to, maybe add some modulation things and just do a few final things here. So I'm going to start by soloing our BBD over here. So I can kind of go in there and maybe add some modulation. So I'm just going to grab a couple of cables. And now I can kind of go in and adjust the tone of that if I want. Since I'm only listening to BBD. I actually like the way that kind of changes. So I'm going to see if I can find a low frequency signals from somewhere. I think I might be able to do that with my A143 down here. I'm going to take that envelope out. I'm just running it in LFO mode. And I'm just going to patch in a CV right there into CV2. Just adjusting my LFO rate here. I'm kind of liking that. Adjusting my levels of negative and positive feedback. And I'm just kind of doing a little exploring here. But I'm liking that modulation right there. Just something like that. Yeah, there we go. So that's our BBD sound. Now let me go back and bring in everything else. All right. Let's do a little bit of review with the track and hold switch right here. Let's solo that out. That's kind of moving through the various inputs there. Now I could adjust this and just kind of get it to start in a different location. Or I also believe if I wanted to reset it every so often, I could. Let's see, for that, I could probably use one of the random gates over here. Not sure what kind of effect that would have, but let's see. You can hear it kind of jumping. And for that, I can actually affect, maybe if I go down here, instead of the /4, let me do the /32. So that way those gates will be a little slower. Just waiting for a gate to trigger it. So that way the reset doesn't happen so quickly, and you can go through a few more of the steps there. Now that little change may have an effect on the random out, which we have going, I have to double check this, going up into our, let's see, input here at the low pass filter, and then this is going over into center mixer, but we'll check that here in a moment. Just kind of wanted to change things up a little here. So now with this, I could change sort of the sequence of events, you know, dragging one switch above another till I find something I like, or I could just mix and match. I mean, that's pretty much going to change my the order of things happening. Just do a little shuffling. And again, this is just random. I'm just experimenting here. Just to kind of add a little variety there. Okay. So let's bring that back into main mix. And now let's listen to the center mixer right there. And this is the one that had that low pass filter going in right there. That's this one. Just bringing the cutoff down a little. Actually, it doesn't sound too affected there. This is actually coming from the diode. And then this one is actually an output from our triple voltage controlled filter right there. So we could adjust the mix. Till we get something a little bit different. And then this one was one of the last ones we added, our BBD over here. I'm going to go ahead and modulate that, the BBD over here. So I'm going to take the envelope out. I'm running it in cycle mode. I may have to solo this a little bit. So I'm going to bring these down a little bit. Let me actually put it in CV2 so I can have a little bit more control over it. Not bad. I'd like to change the timbre of that a little bit if I could. So I'm trying to think of what I could do there. So let me actually do this. See, I need some kind of sound source. Pretty low on sound sources down here. So, see, I should have something near a multiple. Over here. Yeah, here's a multiple. I think that's actually a clock. I can actually just take... Let's see, that's going... where? Up there. Now I want to get something different here. Okay, let me just take the low pass out from here and go into my feedback in. And my thinking there was that, I wasn't really getting too much of an effect from that signal that was coming in from the number 4, which I think was coming from, if I'm not mistaken, the min out, yeah. So now I have something a little more erratic and crazy, which I like. But then I also have that sort of mixing, in a way, by taking the low pass out from the A121 over into the feedback in of this. So this is replacing the feedback. Cool. Let's bring back some of those other elements. Now let's bring back the rest of the mix. All right, now let's have a listen at our polarizing mixer.